So this is video number 2. So 1958 you came to Scotland.
1958 came up, went to the old Metropole in Stockwell Street, Glasgow. In Glasgow, and we were there for 5 weeks with Clark and Murray and the Alexander brothers.
Nobody's child.
Yep. And a chap that turned out to be the head of STV and London Weekend, a boy called David Bell, who was a boy dancer then. Bruce McClure, who worked with David Bell in London. And we worked in Scotland for a while, like. But we'd done, in between that, before we got there, we'd done some television. We actually did a live outside broadcast of the 6-5 special, which was a big pop show then.
I've got the pictures of it.
I've got the picture of that, right? Well, we did that.
Terry Thomas.
Terry Thomas. No, it wasn't Terry Thomas.
Terry who?
Terry thingy.
What?
June.
Terry and June.
Terry and June. Terry. And Jim Dale. And Jim Dale.
And Jim Dale.
Jim Dale. So we did that, and then we came to Scotland, did the thing, and I met your mother.
Where?
There. At the Metropole in Stockwell Street, 1958, I met your mother.
She was dancing.
Late 58.
So you in the chorus then?
She was a chorus girl, and I met your mother, and she was 16. And then we did that season. Then we went to summer season in Perth, and then we worked continually in the shows, doing these kind of things, doing all the kind of things that you do in the shows.
Variety.
8-minute act, variety act. We did 10, 12 minutes maybe as an act, and then you did the production, singing in the chorus and dancing and doing the scenes and feeding comedians and doing all that. Sketches and comedians and doing all that stuff with Jack Mulroy, some of the late ones, Johnny Victory, Davy Willis, Lex McLean.
Do you not do Johnny Beatty as well?
Johnny Beatty, did all of them. Jack Mulroy, Ricky Fulton, Francie Joseph, did all those. We did all those, and in between times we went away to Turkey and did a tour in Turkey, on the American bases.
What else did you do?
What else did I do? In between times.
So then in that case then, so when you were doing that, did you play with anybody famous then?
Oh no, not that time. Oh well, we did. As a group, we played with Frankie Vaughan and Dickie Henderson and a lot of big stars. Like, in fact, the drummer we had, Bill Brown, at that time was really good. And Frankie Vaughan's drummer took acute appendicitis in between shows in Dundee, Palace Dundee, and they asked if he could fill in. And Bill had watched him every night. He knew every break that the drummer played, and he went and he played. And the band, Frankie Vaughan's band, was made up of all the great players of the day, like from the Rockers, from Oh Boy, from the TV show Oh Boy, like Red Price, and played the tenor and all that stuff. Oh, they're really something else. And Bill went in and played and did a fantastic job. So much so that Frankie Vaughan said, could we take him to Germany with us next week? That we're going to Germany. Could we take him to Germany with us? But we said no, he's come to Aberdeen with us.
No comparison then, eh?
No comparison. Not that Branny wanted to go. He owed too much money to us, like, because he was always borrowing.
Alright.
So we did that. We did 12 years actually together. Then married.
Obviously you got married to my mother.
I got married to your mother, and then you came along in 1963. You came along.
Well, there you go. What a good year that was.
That was
what was that? That was like.
That was my year of sleepless nights.
That was Man on the Moon.
That was Man on the Moon.
Cuban Missile Crisis. John F. Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy. No, that was 66. John F. Kennedy.
Was it? I thought it was 63.
It could have been.
John F. Kennedy got assassinated in 63.
That's right, because your grandfather at that time had a coal business in Greenock. And I remember exactly where I was. I was out collecting tick money on a Friday.
Tick money.
Coal on the tick they used to get. And I was out collecting money for him, and I was in Thomas Muir Street, up one of the closes, banged at the woman door for the coal money. And she came to the door and said, John F. Kennedy's just been shot.
Can you give me some more tick?
Can I pay you next week? Come in, son. Do you want a cup of tea?
Obviously, doing the coal was in between shows.
Oh, I did everything. just did anything that you could do, like in between. We went to London as a 4-piece and did London, did the American bases and did the windmill and did all these good dates. And we had an agent in London. We went and played for Michael Holiday, the singer, and he was frightened to phone the agent. He would never phone the agent to say we've got a gig next week, boys. So we had to phone her and tell her, like, and it was
Michael
part of
Holiday?
Michael Holiday.
Who else did you play with?
Cherry Weiner, the organist with Lord Rockingham's 11, like, which was the band in Oh Boy. We played with Cherry Weiner for on one of the bases, and she said, "Oh, just come with me, boys." Like, I think she had other ideas about us. Like, she was a bit kind of
Aggressive.
fresh eye. So we did all that, and in between times we went away to, like I said, Turkey, Germany, did things, came back, and then toured the Highlands with Callum Kennedy and did all that. Lost in the Wild Islands with Callum. Came back, and then we went to London. After the London thing, we got a bit fed up. I came home. I said, "I'm not doing this. I can't be doing this." Went home because we were married at that time, and you were there. And I went home, and would you believe I went down and got a job at the shipyards in Greenock, Lithgow shipyards, and I worked for a year in the shipyards. In the meantime, doing local jobs with bands. And I was on a launch, on the boat launch, on the Clyde,
Doing the Clyde.
300,000 ton tanker down the Clyde. Then we sailed into Glasgow, and then we started doing I started doing the lounges in Ayr, because I didn't want to go away from home again. So we were doing lounges in Ayr with a boy called Billy Simpson.
I thought you said you played with PJ Proby.
Oh, I did, in South Africa.
South Africa.
So I forgot about that. That's where we went to.
South Africa.
Aye, it was a great show. We were out there for, I think we were out for about 6 weeks or 8 weeks. And we went out and played, and it was Tommy Rowe was the other top of the bill from America. And PJ Proby did that for 6 weeks. Came back.
Did you sort of tell me though that you couldn't get out because at that time it was apartheid?
Oh, it was apartheid.
And you were so dark at that point they thought you were coloured.
Aye, but
Wouldn't
we
let
were
you in.
trying to get coloured. We were trying to get dark.
The security pinned you to the floor.
We wanted to go on the darky buses and that. We wanted to do all that.
They were more fun.
They were more fun. They were more jovial people than the white Afrikaans.
Oh right, okay.
So we didn't differentiate with them. We just